Hello, everyone. Take a second here, let people get in the room here. Those of you who are on here, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, how you doing, Sterling?
Good. Hi, Carl. How are you?
Hey man, I can't complain. Life is good.
That's good. That's good. Happy Halloween Eve.
Yep, I was almost a Halloween baby. My birthday is November 1st, so I don't know if I was a trick or a treat for my parents.
That's funny. My sister's birthday is November 1st, and my oldest son, his birthday is Halloween.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah. He was born at 11:59 p.m. Halloween night. Looks like people are still coming in, so just give it a couple more minutes here. Hi, Bob. Hey, Bob, before we get started, I did speak to Sean today, and I'll be speaking to him again this evening. Um, just to give everybody an update on the Thursday meetings, he is moving to a new office. He's right in the middle of it. Um, and I will be speaking with him this evening, and he will be getting a hold of Bob. Bob, he'll be getting a hold of you within the next day or two to talk about what we spoke about last week. I haven't really had a chance to speak with him, so until today. So we'll get that part worked out for you finally. I bombarded him with a bunch of messages today and some follow-up stuff that I've been trying to get taken care of on my end. Just a second. Okay.
Sterling, was there a agent training meeting on Thursday or no? Because I didn't get a notification about it.
I saw your message and no, there wasn't. And the reason why is because of the office move. Um, I didn't know about the office move until yesterday, where he shot me a message to let me know that um, the agent training email for the Thursday night meeting will be going out. I don't know when. And that's when he told me that he was moving to a new office and sent me a couple pictures of the new office. So he's getting everything moved into it now. So that's really all I got until I speak to him again tonight after this meeting. Then I'll have some more updated information and I can shoot some of you guys some emails back with some positive updates or some definitive updates. Let's be more specific. So
Yeah, okay, thanks.
you're welcome. All right. I know he's been working diligently on it on the Thursday night meeting stuff, so that I can vouch for. Okay, well, looks like it's small room tonight. So is anybody on here tonight? Is this your first time on? No?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, since you're all returning agents, why don't we, oh, okay, Vanessa, you're new. Okay. Welcome. Where are you from? Atlanta. Okay. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. Carl, you were on here 2 times.
Yeah, I had some technical difficulties earlier. Let me
No, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I just noticed it said your name twice.
yeah, I just noticed that myself. Yeah. Um the automatic connection sometimes drags, so I just jumped in from my browser, and then the of course the automatic. I don't know why it takes like a minute or two before it connects. It's kind of weird.
That's technology for you. I feel like I'm up to date, but most of the time I feel like I'm way behind, especially when I'm around my kids. Okay. All right. Well, let me introduce myself real quick. Most of you know who I am already. My name is Sterling Rasmussen. I'm the vice president here at Residual Fundraising, fundraisingagent.com, and fundraisingmembership.com. Thanks for those that are new tonight. Welcome back to the agents that have been here with us before. Before we kick off, I kind of do things a little bit differently than Sean. I usually like to get some questions right off the bat before I get into my explanation of what we're doing here. And, has anybody got anything for me? If not, we'll just jump into it.
Actually, I do, Sterling, now that you mentioned it.
Okay.
On our live last Monday, I attempted to sign up just a demo organization. I did a little bit after, or well, maybe during our meeting, got an email, but I should have brought that up so I know what I'm talking about.
Is that the one I responded to, telling you that I received your test? We lost your audio. Think you muted yourself.
I think it was the automated email that comes from the system that is telling the organization that the agent would reach out to them. And this is probably a question for the agent training, since we got a new person on tonight. I'll just hold that.
That's okay. You can go ahead and ask it.
I kind of want to walk through that. And it's probably something all the agents should do, where they, set up an account to make sure the system is working properly. I know there have been a lot of changes and continue to be changes as we grow, but
Yes.
to be able to set up and see what the organization is going to see and to make sure everything is working as it should. Because
That's a great idea. In the past, we have encouraged some of the agents to set up their own like org page just so they see how it navigates and how it sets up. So if the organization you're bringing in has any questions, it's easy for you to kind of walk them through it. If it's something that doesn't come across my desk, then we can yeah, we can do that. What I'll do is I'll do, like, how you get the mass email for the agent training and orientation. I'll send out a mass email when we get off of here with the a portal access for those that haven't already set up their agent or their org page. I'll send one out so you guys can set up your own for yourself.
Okay. Um, since I already started one, you want to just delete that, and when you think it's appropriate, I can do it again just to make sure everything is working as it should.
That's fine. That's fine. I can do that. I'll right before I send out the mass email, I'll knock it off there for you.
All right.
And I'll touch on that a little bit tonight too. I got my org page up, so I'll kind of walk through how an org would go about setting it up. So,
Okay, sounds good.
all right. All right, well, we'll get started. And I promise you, Bob, I did not forget about you. It says right there on my paper, priority one, Bob Step. All right. All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. And thanks for joining us, like I said earlier, for the new participants tonight. Um, we'll start off a little bit about the history. We started this company in 2019. Um, COVID kind of put us in a up against the wall, basically, along with the rest of the world. So we had to kind of reevaluate it and wait for the world to come back to normal. And once everything was shut down, we took that opportunity to rebuild our system and make it a lot easier for the agents than it was prior. And I've spoken before with agents that are rejoining us again that here, let me get that. A lot of background. Okay. All right. There we go. I was getting a lot of static there, background. Okay, and we took that opportunity to revamp our program. And what we did was take a lot of the responsibilities off the agent and put them onto me, which is fine. Um, Before, the agents were in charge of reaching out, dealing with all the paperwork for each organization that they bring in. And we decided to take all that responsibility away from you so you can just focus on promoting your link. And speaking of link, so what happens is when you become an agent with us, you're provided your own web page and you are given a URL. That URL is what I like to call your moneymaker. As you spread that URL around on social media platforms, websites, however you choose to approach it, we have several agents on here that actually have this set up as their own business, as an LLC or whatnot, which is a very good idea. I too myself have done the same thing. And I look at this as an opportunity to get out of my daily 9 to 5. Um, and I know it's going to be based on how hard I work along with the rest of you. You know, if we all keep working hard, we can kind of get rid of our regular 9 to 5s, and this can become a real serious moneymaker for everybody. So what we'll do is we'll kind of give you a little breakdown on how it works. So you get your web page, you promote your link. The organization will then click on that link and it will take them to an org page, which let me get pulled up here. Actually, you know what? Let me just open up the agent page first, then we'll get to the org page for those that are new with us tonight. So let me share my screen. Just give me 1 second here. And we'll do this here. Okay. You guys see this okay? Okay, so we'll start right here at the beginning. Welcome, fundraising agent. It'll give you a little introduction to yourself. This is your back office, what we call your back office to your web page. So start right here at the top. What does being a fundraising agent mean? It means that you have the ability to introduce organizations who want to raise funds. And then after the organization is vetted by me, which is we don't turn anybody down unless they're, trying to only raise $1,000 or whatnot. Then we try to get them to up that a little bit to make it worth their time and our time of maintaining the pages and the servers. So what happens is once your organization signs up with us, they will get a duplicate version of your website, except for it's focused on them, on what their company is, what their why they're running their campaign, and what they're raising the funds for. So, and then as they start producing sales memberships, they will earn commissions. So you will, let me move this up. They will earn commissions, and so will you. And the commissions are tracked in real time and displayed in our agent area, which that is, to my understanding, is finally finished and being tested right now. So you guys will be able to see all the active organizations, donations, and things of that nature. Because I was still having a hard time getting it connected to mine. I don't know if anybody else was, but I was having a hard time being able to see what was going on in the back office as far as for the orgs go, seeing all the details. But I guess they finally got that worked out. That was one of the updates I got. Okay, once the desired amount has been reached for the organization, the agent will be paid their commission. And this is a commission structure that we have here on the agent pages. So you see how it is broke down. So as you can see, 50% goes directly to the organization, 15% goes to you, the fundraising agent, and then 25 is used to provide the benefits, which is the web pages, the servers, things of that nature, the technical part of it. So how do you get started? You'll click on the fundraising agent link, and this will be your prefix for your URL. All right. Then you'll click on printable docs on the left navigation of the agents area. You'll open up the W-9 form. You'll fill it out. You can print it, fill it out, and send it in that way, or you can fill it out, through your PDF reader or whatnot, and just send it back to support@fundraisingmembership.com. That comes to me, and then we file it with your file. And then you click the print the organization agreement or copy the link for organizations you will introduce. That you don't have to necessarily do right now because it's all tracked. So like when they go and click on your URL and takes them to their campaign page, it automatically tags you to it. So that way it protects all of the organizations you bring in, and no other agents can take credit for them or steal them from you. Alrighty. Then you'll attend our live agent trainings as announced, or you can listen to the recordings in the back office. The live agent trainings that we're speaking of here are actually getting ready to launch. We were supposed to launch them last Thursday, but being that Sean, the CEO, is relocating to a new office, he had to skip last week to do it. So it looks like we'll be looking at next week before any of that happens. So for you current agents that are curious about that, that's really all I have for you as far as an update. Is he just wants to finish that transition to the new office, and then once that's done, you guys will start getting your one-on-one training. And when you have an organization that's interested in starting, set up a meeting on the calendar, which when they go and fill out their org page, they automatically are provided a link to get directly to me. Because I'll be your go-to guy as far as any issues that any of the agents have or whatnot, or concerns, or need help closing an organization that didn't want to have a meeting with me. Because some organizations just sign up on their own and they don't need to ask me any questions, because our org page is pretty informative and it really kind of explains it, in a simple way on how it works, how the system works. So you'd be surprised on how many of them don't actually set up meetings with me. Most of the time when an organization sets up a meeting with me, it's mainly because they have some questions that they're not sure about, or parts of the page that they're not sure about. And what I'm finding is a lot of them are just, they're technically capable, but it's still can be a little confusing. So I try to simplify it for them. And 9 times out of 10, that usually takes care of it. Most people usually only schedule a 15 to 30-minute meeting with me. And that's where I do my vetting and maybe ask them some questions as well. But so far, everybody's loving it, thinks it's an easy system, operates very simply. Really, there really is no messing it up for the orgs or the agents as far as, messing up your page or whatnot. So there's nothing on there that can't be fixed pretty easily. And some of the kinks have been worked out or being worked out. Some of you may have noticed some of the things are working a lot more streamlined now. At least I've noticed myself. Okay, so what type of organizations can you refer? Any kind, all of them. Schools, churches, teams, universities, hospitals, businesses, non-for-profit and for-profit. Nonprofits, we do ask that they submit a 501c, but that's in their org page, and it tells them to do so if they are a 501. So, and okay, so here are some examples of how much you can make. So example 1, school raises $20,000. The school will retain 10,000 of that, and you will earn 3,000, which is your 15%. Example 2, $100,000 raised by a hospital. The hospital will retain 50% of that, which is 50,000, and the donations, or of the donations, you will earn 15,000 of that, which is your 50%. So definitely, as it says right here, sign up as many qualified organizations as you can. And you don't have to always qualify them, because sometimes what I'm learning is sometimes they don't want to tell the agent too much. And usually when they set up a meeting with me, I kind of simplify the process for them, or how it works. So it's not a big deal. Your job is just to spread that link. Just keep putting that link out there anywhere and everywhere you can. Give it to your friends and your family and have them put it on their social media pages, and just get it out there. All right, so what makes this fundraiser better? Well, there's a lot of reasons, actually. I personally think it's the best and easiest system that's been developed for fundraising, period. And I spent a year and a half researching fundraising organizations across the platform, across the board, just to find what it is that makes them different from each other. And we took all of those things and what we felt was missing and created our system. So number 1, it's because it's done online. There's no physical products to handle. There's nothing tangible that they have to touch. And number 2, it is ongoing. Fundraiser is literally residual fundraising. So definition of residual, meaning it never stops, just continues on and on and on. And we pay a higher percentage to the organizations and to the agents. Your average is I'm seeing anywhere from 15% up to 40, 45%. I have seen some that are 50% or whatnot, but there's some hooks and catches to that. So it really doesn't benefit them. The membership donors purchase can help them save much more money than their donation. So that is getting into what do these donors get. So the donors will get access to some of our portals, some of our discount pages that allows them to get more back in savings than what they're actually donating. In most cases, quite a bit more. And it's the only fundraiser that can put more money back into the donor's pocket than they donated, as I was speaking before. And I've mentioned this already. Will I need to pay taxes on my commissions? Yes, you will, which is the reason why you fill out the W-9, because you are an independent contractor. So you will be responsible for paying taxes on anything that you earn. Is there any limit to how much you can earn as a fundraising agent? Absolutely not. Matter of fact, I encourage you to reach for the stars. Um, some of you are already doing that. Some of you guys are doing an awesome job and bringing in a lot of organizations, and I absolutely love it. Every day when I open up my email, I get excited when I see these meetings scheduled and I see more organizations have signed up that I get to go in and activate their accounts. And it's just awesome. And you guys are doing an awesome job. Is there a recurring commission on the organizations I refer? Yes. After the first fundraising campaign is completed, the campaign continues to run for the organization. As long as you keep your agent status active, you will continue to earn on all the donations to the organization, meaning that the when the organization's campaigns, if they set their deadline for 3 months and that 3 months comes up and their fundraiser's over, it does not mean that their account closes. Their account will stay active as long as people are donating. And what we're finding, which I love it, is that a lot of people will come back and donate just so they can keep access to those discount programs, because those programs stretch across the board from travel to groceries to movies, theaters. I mean, wherever and whatever you want to apply your savings to, as far as the donors, they can do that. So there's categories that will allow them to kind of pick where they want to direct their savings to. So if they want to book a trip, they can apply it to that. If they want to save money on groceries at the grocery store, they can, punch in and search what store that they're looking to go to apply their savings to, and pick which place they'd like to do or apply it to. And you will get paid every time each organization cashes out on their ongoing fundraising. So, meaning once their campaign is up, so if their campaign is set for 3 months, 30 days, 60 days, 6 months, as soon as that campaign is over, and within 7 days, everybody gets paid. And then this is how you can contact fundraising support. But this is right here is my direct email. So this comes right to me. And with any questions, same thing for the organizations. When they fill out their information, this is the link that they get right here, and they can click on it, schedule a meeting with me for any questions that they have. And a lot of you agents already know I have a high closing rate that we're very excited about right now. We hope it stays that way. I hope it stays that way. Right now, 98%, actually, I want to be technical, 98.8% is the closing rate right now for all organizations that are coming in. So that covers a little bit about what the agents does. And I'll go back here to the back side here. Okay. Excuse me. All right. So when you sign up to become an agent, you'll see this website URL in your back office right here. Residualfundraising.com. And then you'll create right here what you want the name of yours to be. I chose Fundraising Made Simple because it is really just that simple. And then these are some of the templates for what you want to promote. As far as baseball, that's our default template, which is what you see when you first open up your agent page. Church template, college, football, residual, school, travel. And somebody had a question, I remember, about the breaking news. That is actually being changed. Actually, I think it's already been changed. I just don't think they've submitted it or completely implemented it yet. So right now, this is kind of like a what you call like a backup video for now. and I will open that up for you again, let you hear it. This is the
Sterling,
one for churches. Yeah.
last time I checked, it was the breaking news video was only on 3.
Yeah.
The rest of them have been changed.
That, and I know there were some new videos that were made that he made here recently that are being implemented too. He created some new little bit more informative, uh, not too much off of what we got now, but I think he just kind of cleaned up some of them. Let's see here. All right, so I'll play this video for the folks that are new this evening. Some of you current agents have already seen this, so just go along here with me.
There's no audio.
No audio? So nobody can hear that at all?
Nope.
Why is that happening? It even says that it's,
I can play the audio from my end if you like.
yeah, why don't you do that? Because it's so weird. It says that that I'm connected here, but yet I don't understand that. Yeah, go ahead and play it for me, Carl. Thank you. I can't hear it.
For all
There we go.
churches, and the time for you to act is
Thank you.
Oh, something happened.
now. Introducing residual fundraising. It's a real game changer, and churches just like yours are raising millions utilizing the power of recurring donations. Gone are the days of relying solely on one-time donations. With residual fundraising, supporters can donate funds to your organization and in return receive instant access to exclusive savings on things they already buy. No fundraising is too big or too small. Join the movement and experience the power of residual fundraising today. Fill out the form below or click the link attached to the video to get started for free.
Thank you, Carl. I will figure this audio thing out eventually. Okay. All right, and back here in the back office where it says list organizations, actually, we'll go to the training videos. As you can see, there's some training videos that have been submitted back here. There's a few more that's going to go back here. Not many more. I think just a couple, 2 or 3 that really kind of go over the important stuff. So that way, if you forget what was discussed in the meeting or was unsure about something, you can go and watch some of these previously recorded ones that really tell you in detail a little bit more. I just recently have taken over the Monday night call, so I'm still creating a flow here. So just work with me. I try to at least make sure I talk about the important stuff. All right. So in the list organizations part of your back office, this is where all the orgs will be listed that you or your current campaigns that are running. I myself don't have any in there, even though I have every school in the county want to do a fundraiser with me. I've haven't had time to get back to them, so I'm passing them off to some of the local agents here. And all right, and your commissions, same thing. There'll be a breakdown in the back showing you your invoices and what commissions you got coming in or what you've earned for that specific campaign. Your donations, this is how your donations are tracked. They'll be tracked back here, showing what has been unpaid and then what's already been invoiced. So you'll have a full track of all of that. The printable docs, this is where you find the W-9 that we spoke about earlier that you'll fill out when you join us as an agent. And most people, like I said, they just print it out, fill it out, and then scan it and send it back. Or if you want to mail it, there's an address right there in the back office that you can mail it to. And let's see, some of your tools here. This is an email pitch for your organizations. So this is, you don't have to think of, what do I say to them or anything. We kind of done that for you. You just fill in the blanks with your name there. And this is a nice little pitch that we believe is very informative and simple. So I can leave it up here for a second for some of you guys to read if you want, so you don't have to listen to me read it to you. Okay. So step one is they'll visit your URL, your web page, and they'll fill out the form on that page. Then follow the next step to call on a corporate calendar, which is my Calendly link, which is the direct link to me. And it says I can only work with about 10 fundraisers at a time. So if you want to raise more funds for your organization, please take a serious look at the organizations that you're bringing in. Now, that isn't necessarily true because I'm actually working with about 5 or 6 times more than that right now. So, yeah, don't let that scare you. You keep bringing them and I'll keep working with them. All right. It says feel free to email or text me as soon as possible with any questions that you have about getting started or the organizations that are ready to get started. And I try to get back to people as fast as I can. I'm sorry to some of you that if I haven't got back to you since you've emailed me, but sometimes I try to, if you email me close to the Monday meetings, I try to at least address what you were asking me in the Monday meeting. So I kind of do a quick review of some of the emails that I haven't responded to yet. Just to give you an idea of how many emails I had to respond to over the weekend. And this is not an exaggeration. It was like 400 and something emails that I had to respond to, and it took me from Friday night until Sunday night to respond to all of them. So I was busy. So all right. Okay, and then got the email for the organizations. We got resources. Let me get back to the scripts. So And these are pictures for you to like right here. The images below are provided for registered agents to use at no charge. They are royalty free, which means you now have license to use them for production for your marketing materials. And as you can see, there's 582 pictures in this one. And this is just to help kind of set up your page if you want to add some visual to it or whatnot. Screenshots. These are some screenshots of the discount program, kind of showing you some examples of some of the savings that people are getting by using our portal, our travel portal, which is right here. This is one of them. So once you become an agent, you actually get access to this travel portal, which allows you to get all the same discounts that the donors get. Actually, you get all the discounts that even the highest donation tiers get access to. Someone was telling me they were having issues accessing the portal or looking for all the benefits of the portal. Can't remember exactly. I just remember I saw it in one of the emails that I have not gotten to yet. All right, let's see here. Let me jump over to the all right, this is the organization back office. So I'm not going to go through too much of this because this is more for the agents that are current agents with us that have signed up with us. So I will play the video for those who haven't seen this. And this is kind of like a quick way to explain how to fill out, how the organization fills out their page or sets up their website. So we good. Oh yeah, you guys probably won't be able to hear it. Carl, will you unmute yourself and let me know if you can hear this?
I cannot.
Okay. Okay. So, well, until I can figure that out, I don't know. Okay. So what this does is this kind of does basically what I did on the agent page. It's really the same thing, other than there's a few different questions about what their cause is, what they're looking to raise, um, how they want their website to appear, so they can have their own company logo or organization logo, church team logo, whatever it is that is running or doing a campaign. So I will have this figured out by next Monday. I promise. I will have this audio thing figured out. Let's see here. Let's do we got. And also, has any of the current agents, have any of you guys tried the travel portal yet? Have you used it for anything or experienced any of the discounts yet?
Well, I have the full membership, so I use mine a lot for my business.
Say that again, John. I'm sorry.
I have the full membership. I've had a membership for about 5 years.
Oh,
And
okay.
I use mine a lot for my business travels. And it saves me, in a typical year, in the neighborhood of $1,000 just on motel stays.
That's awesome. That's what I primarily use it for also is hotels, travel.
And mine too, when I travel, I stay at the low budget motels. So you know, your discounts aren't as big than if, like they would be if you're staying at a 3 to 5 star.
Right,
But
right.
adds up to where, you know, my first year, I bought my membership from a distributor, $99. So just
Yep.
that, I paid for it almost 9 times over. And
That's
then
all.
after I became a distributor for 1 year, and then I switched over to a fundraising agent. And of course, then COVID hit. And so I'm still looking for the fundraiser.
Hey, we're back and stronger than ever. I mean, I'm very pleased on where we're at right now and what we are what we're accomplishing. It's you guys are very impressing me. I'm very pleased with the work that you guys are doing and getting your links out there and getting these organizations in.
You know, I have one other question. Now, does he still have distributors selling individual memberships for $99?
I don't know. I can't answer that part of it. I'm not connected with that part of his business.
Yeah, because it would almost seem like he's competing against himself. I mean, if you're going to get the full Monty for $99 from an independent rep, and then you
Yes.
partial.
I see where you're what you're saying there.
You know, that's why I say it seems like Sean is competing against himself.
I guess that's one of the benefits of owning it is, you know, you can give the agents that join us, you know, access to that. But yeah, I see what you're saying. As far as the other part of your question, I honestly don't know, but I will definitely ask you and find out.
Well, I started out as a Hotel Express distributor, and as far as I know, it's still active. Of course, I'm still paying for it.
Hotels, etc.
Yeah, I started
Okay.
transitioning over to the fundraising because I thought that I would do better, which I know that I will. I'm just waiting for all the I's to be dotted, T's crossed, so that the system can handle the volume
Yeah.
that I'm going to send to it. That's why I've kind of been holding back. Well, I have been holding back. You know, I started my LLC last year, my marketing agency, and I certainly don't want to overwhelm you.
Oh, you're not. You won't. You won't,
Trust me.
Carl. You can
Trust
start
me,
putting
I
that
can.
right now.
I
That's the
can.
same thing Crandall said to me. He's like, I don't want to consume your whole life, but you know, they're going to start coming in and they're going to come in fast. And I've kept up with every one of them. There's not one organization right now that either they are activated or the ones that are scheduled out with meetings for me in the future.
Mhm.
But there's no one that's been left behind. And if it has, it's not on my end. It's something that maybe they didn't fill out or whatnot. But usually I get emails for questions like that. Then I usually solve it for them. There's been a couple of them I just did a screen share with
Mhm.
and a system share where I could just go right onto their system and guide them along on how to set up their orgs. I've actually had to do that a few times now, which is okay.
Okay.
But yes, please put that URL out there and bring them in. I mean, that part of it's working, you know, working with no hiccups, getting the orgs page filled out, getting their campaign activated and launched. I go through and activate any new orgs that come in every day. I go in and check, see if there's ones that come in that didn't need to set up a meeting with me, and I activate them as long as they've got everything filled out. I just go in and activate it, and they're up and running. So
Okay.
unless it's a small, you know, unless it's like $2,000, then I may reach out to them and say, hey, let me ask you a few questions. And usually some of the questions I ask to give you guys a heads up is, roughly what's the population of the city that you live in, or how many competing entities do you have in that town, or you're in your city. And usually that's where I get them to raise the amount that they want to raise,
Mhm.
to make it a little bit more beneficial for them. And so far, so good. So, but yes, Carl, please get that URL out there. Bring him in as fast as you want, man. I'll be right there waiting.
All right, Sterling, I got witnesses. Y'all hear that, right?
Yeah, you heard it. You heard it. I'll take them as they come in.
We're gonna make Sterling have to get him some help.
That's okay. That's okay. Because if that happens, then that means we're killing it.
Okay.
And actually, we already are killing it. There's several of you out there that are just, yes, just keep doing it. Just keep doing what you're doing. So I want to be able to quit my day job. So the more you guys bring to me, the quicker I can do that. Okay, so that kind of covers some of the basics until I can get some of these technical issues worked out. That has nothing to do with this. This is on my end. You would think it being a graphic artist, as far as what I do for a career, that I would know computers a little bit more, but no, I don't. Just I'm software smart. Just some of the technical stuff I'm not exactly smart in. So, but I'll figure it out. Okay, so let's open this up for some questions right now before it kicks me off of here, because I've only got 8 minutes and it's going to
There's a
kick me
question in the
off.
chat. Yeah, greetings
Hi,
to you.
Noble Hiram. How you doing?
Very well. Very well. We'll be in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, conducting a walkthrough on a property, setting up things with the movie productions that will be taking part on the campaign marketing aspect of the fundraisers and stuff like that as well. So
Okay.
I'm in the area in natural person.
Okay. You're in the involved in the entertainment business?
That too. That
Okay,
also,
nice.
yes. So as
Well, I'll tell you something you guys probably didn't know, that I was in a movie last year, actually, with
all right.
Michael Jai White, Tyrese Gibson.
All right.
It's called Come Out Fighting. So if you guys are bored, you want to check it out, you'll see my pretty little face over there. But I didn't have the beard. The only reason why I have this now is because I actually have another role coming up. So as part of the deal is I have to grow out my beard. So I have until December to get it a certain length. So
There you go.
and then I'm just going to be a hobo.
I tell you what, Sterling, I will loan you my beard, but you have to give me credit.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Yeah, they the last couple movies I was in, they had to dye it, because I have all the white there, so they dye it.
Yeah.
So, but it's fun. It's a fun experience, and
Yes,
I enjoy it. So
exactly.
Hello.
okay,
So
so any
was
questions?
looking at locations and everything for different scenes and stuff like that.
This is Vanessa from Atlanta. I do have a question.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi. I'm just trying to understand this a little bit more clearer. I wonderfully got this in my email. How I got it, I'm not sure, but I thank God that I did. But nevertheless, my question is trying to understand the product itself. So it is a travel portal, correct?
Okay, yeah. So
All right.
what happens is when the donors donate, depending on what tier that they donate, whether it's a $50, $100, 500, up to 3,000, whatever the organization who's holding the campaign, they
Uh-huh.
get to choose what their donation tiers are. So
Okay.
they'll, so if they live in a lower income community, they can set their donations at like $20, $50, $100, just to make it affordable for people. And then what those donors get is they get access to these portals. And there's two different portals. One is the one that I showed you, and another one is a lower portal, which just still gives you the discounts and everything. You just don't have as many options. unless you donate into the higher tier. And you know, everybody gets access. It's just your time is limited. So the lower ones you get, like, if I remember correctly, it's 30 days, 60 days, 90 days access based on your donation level.
Mhm.
And then the savings, I'm telling you, the savings is what attracts the donors. So if they're donating, you know, let's just say they donate $1,000, their savings that they're going to get in return will probably be close to double of that. So whether it be a grocery store, travel,
Gotcha.
hotels, things of that nature. So what we're trying to so basically, like, we're the middleman. You know, we're the merchant processor. So we kind of take all of the products out of their hands so they don't have to worry about it. And the reason, what we're finding is the reason why this works better is your typical fundraiser, whether they're selling cookies or candles or towels or whatever the case may be. A lot of them schools and places like that lose money because of the product not being paid for. You know, mom and dad has a bill come up and they need to pay the bill, and they say, hey, we'll pay that back before the money's due. And then that time comes and, you know, something came up and they ain't able to pay it. So what we're doing is trying to eliminate all of those problems and then just give them an opportunity to direct where they want to apply their savings. So in whatever category they choose to do so.
Okay. So when you say residual, does that mean whoever is trying to fundraise will have an access to this type of program every month, is what you're saying? Is that why you guys call it residual?
The
So it was not,
residual, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just trying to get a clear understanding on when you say residual funding. So that means something every month for me as an agent, or are you talking about the organization having access to that actual product every month once
Okay,
they
well,
come into that?
that goes kind of both ways. So
Okay,
residual meaning that it's an income that you can generate for yourself. I'll touch base on this part first.
correct. I
This is
understand.
where you can generate a nonstop income that comes around constant,
Gotcha.
based on how many organizations you bring in yourself,
Correct.
or who come in through your link. And then for the organization, their fundraiser will never stop as long
That
as
was it.
they have active donors donate.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
if they're, you know, if they hold a 3-month campaign and after the 3 months is up or whatnot, and then say that those donors who made high donations have a year access to the
Gotcha.
travel portal, in order for them to keep that access after that year expires, they have to make another donation.
Absolutely. Gotcha. So that's where the residual comes on both ends.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
So you
Love
have
it.
a constant generated income, and then the organization holding a campaign, people can donate year round, all year, every year.
Wow. That's awesome.
That way they don't have to worry about, you know, running a new campaign or unless, well, let me rephrase that. When they're ready to launch another directed campaign, meaning, you know, if they're raising funds for something specific,
Correct.
then they can just launch another campaign, start sharing their URL, and get
Ah,
donors to come back and start donating again.
gotcha. Gotcha. Oh,
Because
okay.
once we pay you and the organization, that's a question that I have, a follow-up question I'll have is like, do you have another campaign in mind? You know, are you looking 3 months from now on launching another campaign, like if it's a school, for instance, for, you know, for baseball or for
Mhm.
volleyball or whatnot? They can do it for every sport if they want to, or they can just set
Okay.
up the campaign and have it directed for each one of the sports.
Okay. Okay. So in an instance where, you have a church, he can have a campaign for the pastor's appreciation campaign and then have another one for the youth. You mean also in an instance like that, correct?
Correct. Yeah, if they
Okay,
want to hold
perfect.
one for the youth organization because they're going to take a trip or something like that, you know, they can hold a campaign for that. They want to hold a campaign to raise money to make repairs to the church. They
Oh,
can do that.
wow, awesome.
So
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much
you're
for
welcome.
answering that question.
You're welcome. I know I kind of jumped around on it, like as far as where, the different
No,
pages. It's just
I,
because
I have
I'm,
a, I have a very good understanding of this type of stuff. I just,
okay.
wanted to make sure I had a clear understanding on the actual product itself. That's all.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anybody else got any questions for me? And thank you for dealing with me stumbling through this tonight. I will get better, I promise.
I always used the comparison because back many years ago when I was in school, we did Krispy Kreme donuts as a fundraiser. Pretty much after you've sold donuts to everybody that you know, they don't want donuts for a long time.
Yeah.
The difference between our program is that we've got savings for grocery shopping, and going to the movies.
Wow.
It's so wide open that it should keep people coming back for
Awesome.
years to come instead of just one round. They'll think, well, I saved so much money on this and that. Let me go back and renew or give a little more money, so I
Yeah.
can continue those savings.
Yeah, if they donate, let's say $500 and they go out and get, $1,000, $1,500 in savings just from that one donation, chances are they're going to come back and donate again just to keep that active, just because they're saving more than what they're donating anyway. So it's like couponing at the grocery store.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm kind of a coupon junkie. As a matter of fact, I know a lot of people are struggling right now, but I for the past 2 years, I haven't paid more than 50 cents for a loaf of bread.
Hey,
And
we are the same way, my friend. So
it's the little things that add up over time.
I have too many big things that I like to do. So I need to supply all my savings everywhere I can to afford the big things that I like to do. So
Fortunate thing is that it's so many savings, so many discounts.
thousands.
Yes.
I mean, they can spend a long time just searching, trying to figure out, well, where do I want to apply my savings to? Do I want to apply it at Target or at,
Some of
high-end retail stores? I mean, it doesn't matter. There's just tons of them. That's why they categorize it, so it kind of breaks it down a little easier for people to figure out how to navigate the system as far as the discount program.
Sterling, do you remember years ago, there used to be like a coupon book. It was maybe an inch and a half thick, and it was just
Oh yeah, proofrated.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was a fundraising type of deal. People were selling the whole book. The difference in that and what we're doing is all digital now.
exactly, exactly. Yep. Well, like I said, we just taken all the tangible things out of your hands and made it just one click away. Literally.
Digital is easier to upgrade to, or update rather, because
Absolutely.
different operations on different locations running their promotions, it became easier with digital to modify and update and everything.
Exactly right. And not only that, our digital system automatically updates itself. So if a new coupon comes out for that business or whatnot, it'll automatically update to the new
Right.
coupon.
Yes. That was the fortunate thing when that happened like that.
I'm really happy with how the system is now compared to how it was.
Right.
So for agents that was with us in the beginning, will tell you that this is, they had to do 90% of the work back then. Now they only have to do like 3% of the work. So all they got to do is take the time to share their URL. That's literally all you have to do. And if you want to do an in-person pitch, that's why we have the scripts on there, so you can, familiarize yourself with the script once you become an agent and you get access to the back office. You can do in-person pitches, which I have several agents that are doing those as well. I mean, doing both. They're either sharing their link or they're doing in-person, like for places in their local community, and just directing them to their URL. And also, as I mentioned last week, and for those that weren't here last week, I did get all of the flyers and brochures and business cards done. Our tech guy is implementing them and setting them up in the back end, because it really has to kind of restructure part of that back end to implement those in there, because it's going to be a separate section. And that's two, where you'll be able to get a QR code for yourself for your website. So once you're an agent with us and you get your website, you can provide your URL to me when you're ready to generate a QR code. And then I'll provide you with a QR code that you can put anywhere and share anywhere. And if you want to get the business cards with us, your URL or your QR code will go right on those cards, right on those flyers, right on those brochures. Any promotional value that you get from us, everything will be right there and personalized. So if you go to a big festival if your town has a big festival and you want to set up a little booth or something and just promote simple fundraising, the easiest fundraising program out there, we can help you with all that material. So that way you can have a nice professional looking booth and just get orgs to come in and sign up. Best part about it, if you set up something like that, it's free. I mean, there's really like 3 key factors. Number 1, it's free. Number 2, you get more back than anybody else out there, any other fundraising company out there. And you, the agent, make a residual income from it. So it's really a simple system. Anybody else have any questions? Because it just gave me a warning telling me that it was time to go.
I'm done.
If not, then like I said, guys, you will be getting an email soon about the Thursday night training. That's all I got for you on that, other than the fact that he just said to let you guys know you'll be receiving an email. He just was finishing his transition to the new office. When I say new office, I mean literally brand new office, newly built. So he's just finishing it up now.
I hope Sean has moved a little bit closer to me. I'm down in Stone Mountain. He's up in Loganville, where actually my sister lives in Grayson, which is just above Loganville, just below Loganville, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for an invitation from Sean for me to come check out the new spot.
Yeah. He's got a nice little fishing stream out back and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean, the CEO, he is from my hometown, which a lot of you guys already know that. I live in Peru, Indiana, which is known as the circus capital of the world. We actually have a full-time permanent circus building in our town.
APPLICANT.
So, and we have the Circus Museum, which has, everything from Barnum and Bailey to the Shriners, all that. This is the circus headquarters of the world. My little small town. Matter of fact, if I go out on my front porch, I can see the circus building, if that tells you anything. And it's a 3-ring circus building. It's a permanent fixture. So, and everybody in this town that grew up here was in the circus, including myself.
Oh, okay.
I was a juggler for 11, 12, 13 years. So we like to call it a babysitter. That's where all the parents took their kids when they wanted some free time, is just sign them up for the circus.
Oh, okay.
So good memories though. But yeah, if you Google our town, you'll see it's quite, when I say clown town, I literally mean that. It's a clown town.
So it should be made for an interesting Halloween, huh?
Very much so, yeah. Yeah. Because it's like Halloween year round. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you all for being here tonight. And I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. And for the current agents, I may not be seeing you a whole lot after tonight, but I will be speaking to you as you're bringing the orgs in. And again, thank you for joining me tonight. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me and with any questions you have, and I'll gladly answer them.
Okay, tell Sean, don't be a stranger.
I won't. You'll be talking to him soon. Trust me. You'll be dealing with him every Thursday.
All right, all right.
All right, guys.
All right,
Thank
everybody.
you
Have a
very
great
much.
night.
Good night.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.